Good morning, my people of Twitch. Look at my temple. The echo. Okay, got rid of the echo. I don't know why that happens only occasionally. Probably because I have like the Twitch mod view up and it's like, you wanted this. And I'm like, no sound though. I'm streaming. That slightly defeats the purpose, no? Good job, Twitch. Good job. Don't know what that's about. I'm getting my windows in order. And then we can be up to some shenanigans. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody's here hanging out. I don't know what this energy is. I've been awake for hours. Maybe that's what this energy is. I thought I turned you off. Can you? Huh. How do I? Nope, nope, nope. One day. How do I? No. Weird. Okay. I thought I fixed that. Apparently I did not. Oof. You can't even see what I'm talking about. That's the worst part for everyone, probably. Let's be real. For everyone. And now I can't open the right game. I have so many windows open. I have so many windows open. Okay. Sorry. I was updating the spreadsheet. I know I promised I wouldn't talk about spreadsheets anymore, but like, it's part of who I am as a person. Spreadsheets are just part of a life, you know? And like, mad respect to spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets. This. And we just get started. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I still haven't decided if it's better for me personally to do this going across or down. I don't think that, as I missed the building completely. Sorry, I got distracted. Perfect time to get pinged on Discord. I never get pinged for like playing games. So I know it's not that. I know no one's asking to play games with me, and I know no one's asking to power wash with me. But still, you know, sometimes I'm like, what's the ping? This one's about the holidays. It's holiday time, and I usually do a small cookie exchange with my friends. So, um, gotta see if I can do that this year. Although I usually borrow my parents' vacuum sealer for cookie exchange because I don't want, anything to go bad in the mail. But, I don't know. I don't have access this year, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, be as included this year. I would love to. Because we don't do like a gift exchange. We usually just have treats, and that kind of works as our gift exchange, which I enjoy. I think it's great. Um, and I enjoy it quite a lot. So, yeah, that'd be a fun little thing for us to do, because we do usually do that. I don't know who all is sending out treats this year, but my friend, who sends out treats makes this like amazing fudge. And I don't even like chocolate. So like her fudge is good because I don't like chocolate. And that is like fantastic. Also, like, do you guys know how hard it is to like actually make fudge? Have you ever tried? Because it's sugar and baking sugar is like really hard because you have to get it to the right temperature. And um yeah, I mean, I don't know a huge number of people who actually use thermometers when they bake. Um, I use thermometers when I cook meat because it's important to cook your meat to the right temperature. Please cook your meat to the right temperature. There are other visual cues you could use for most meats, but you know, especially if you're doing like steak, temperature. Please, please check your temperatures. Is that not dirt? That's not dirt. Okay. I was trying to clean that spot and it is not dirt. My favorite part of this game has got to be the very beginning when it's like loading dirt. I just think that's so funny. But yeah, use thermometers when you cook meat, please. It's good for you. Um, literally, good for you. It's always a great time. But yeah, I hope you guys all had a lovely weekend. Mostly been just vibing, just vibing, having a great time. Ended up not power washing, as I'm sure you could tell, because I was working on my book. I'm trying to get ahead because I need to finish early, but I don't know if I'm going to finish as early as I need to. I am ahead of schedule. And honestly, I feel like I'm getting close to the end of the book. Lots of things that I definitely did not do that I maybe should have done in the book, things that I will have to go back and edit. But yeah, no, I definitely was like, you know, now that I'm like kind of getting to the end of the book, my brain is like, oh shoot, I forgot to do things. Things that I didn't even think I needed to do because, you know, sometimes you don't know what's going on. I don't know what this idea is that like authors know everything about their books. Oh, good Lord, does it take time? Does it take time? I definitely, I don't know. I think I write my books kind of like a D&D campaign, or I'm just like, what's this character gonna do? We'll see. And maybe that's not the best idea, but it is great. I kind of would like to like kind of run a book just I mean, essentially books are D&D campaigns that like one person just writes themselves. You know? It's just like I want to do a D&D campaign, but I want to control what everyone does. Congratulations, that is called writing a book. Or I guess thinking about a book or saying a book out loud. Which would be kind of funny in that aspect. Like usually the point of D&D campaigns is that like you don't know what other people are going to do, so you have to adjust and adapt in the moment. And sometimes your DM is nice and is like, yeah, think about it, talk about it. And sometimes your DM was like, no, this is in the moment. You've got 30 seconds, figure it out right now, go. And that's always pretty interesting aspect of D&D. But when you're writing a book and you're by yourself, you know, you can just do whatever you want. Anything you want. The world is your oyster. Anything that you can think of, you can put on the page and be like, well, that happened now, which is not usually how D&D campaigns go, because usually you have a dungeon master telling you no. But that being said, they're essentially the same thing, and I really like it. I like both writing books and D&D campaigns, although I have a problem with control for everything. I'm just, I wouldn't say I'm a control freak, but I like to know what's going on most of the time. And yeah, sometimes the people you play D&D with are just extremely unpredictable and you don't know what's going to happen. And that's just how that goes. Yeah, just how that goes. Who knows? Humans are weird. Humans are weird. It's like that one song by I don't know the band. People are strange. People are strange. I don't know the band. I'm bad at knowing bands. Sometimes I know bands, but I don't know the names of their songs. And sometimes I know songs and I don't know who sings them. I had that problem like in high school. When I was in high school was when like the kind of like band gatekeeping thing became big. I don't know why people thought it was nice to be jerks to each other for liking music. But that was like the height of people being like, oh, you're wearing a Nirvana shirt? Name four of their songs, which is one, stupid, but also like why? You can't enjoy, or rather, you can't purchase a t-shirt unless you know knowledge of the thing. Like, that's weird. Um, you would think you would just be like, yeah, you're supporting a band I enjoy, but whatever. Who knows? People are dumb. Anyhow, that was like a big thing. And for the longest time, like I don't like wearing shirts that have words on them because I don't want people to like stare at me. And I'll forget that I'm wearing a shirt that has words on it, and then people will stare at me and I'll be like, "Why are you staring at me?" And then it's like, "I'm reading your shirt." And I hate that. So I just don't wear shirts with words on them. It's been a thing of mine for a very long time. I just don't like to do it. Which I realize, like, if you're wearing like patterned or decorated shirts anyway, or something with a picture on it, people are probably going to look anyway. Like, it's kind of the point of the shirt, but whatever. Anyhow, but I remember once hearing someone say that, and then they asked me, like, what's your favorite Nirvana song? And I was like, I don't know any Nirvana songs. And they were like, excuse me? And I was like, I like legitimately could not tell you any song Nirvana sings. And then they played a song, and I was like, oh, I know this song. And I just like started singing along, and I knew every single word. And they were like, this is Nirvana. And I was like, I had no idea. I don't know how I would have known that. I grew up listening to like cassette tapes, and cassette tapes, well, great at having music on them, not very good at telling you song titles or artist names. That's the kind of blank information technology I grew up with. Also, like back in the day, because I come from the time of like burn CDs, when burn CDs eventually meshed with digital music, I was like, excellent, I can put all of my CDs onto my digital music device, you know? And it was great. And so I was going to do that. And then I realized that whoever had given me said burn CDs had not correctly copied the files over, and there was no metadata on any of the songs, which meant that my iPod for a very long time just looked like track one, track two, track three, unknown artist, track one, track two. It was just a mess. Anyhow, I had to like manually go in and add in all the song titles, all the artist names, all the album titles, because I love data and I like things to look correct. So I spent a good long time, a good long time fixing it up. And I did, and it looks nice now. And I say now, and by now I mean like 10 years ago when I last looked at my iPod. I've only updated my iPod to keep up with this is very silly, but like when COVID happened, I wanted to go on bike rides, and I was like, I need music, and I don't have music on my phone, and I don't have Spotify or anything else. So I just, you know, got out my iPod to listen to my old music from high school, and that was great. And then I was like, I kind of want to listen to some newer music because, you know, post high school, like actually the very tail end of high school is when I got into K-pop. I was listening to a lot of like Girls' Generation back then. And I was like, I want to listen to some K-pop. And I think I had like one conglomeration of, you know, Girls' Generation songs from like a CD my friend had given me, but like not a huge amount, and definitely not enough for me to be like, this will last me on a 2-hour bike ride. So I was like, I gotta get some more music. So I shout out all my friends, called up some friends, and I was like, who's got some BTS music? And one of them lent me some CDs, and I now, it's been a process, but I now have all of BTS's discography on my iPod. My iPod that is, you know, old and dying, but like it's a good conglomeration of music and I love it. We also did have some iPods die a while ago, and my mom was sad about it because she was like, my music collection is on there. And I was like, I can save it. And I put the iPod on my computer and I copied all the files over. And my mom thought I was a wizard. Admittedly, if someone had done something like that for me when I was a child, I also probably would have thought they were a wizard. I think physical therapists are wizards. I think a lot of people are wizards, actually. People who are like just like amazingly good at their jobs, wizards, all of them. Like, absolutely incredible. Good job. No notes. You've done amazing. It is incredible. I love seeing the progress of people make. I kind of wish that J.K. Rowling wasn't, sorry, tangent. I kind of wish that J.K. Rowling wasn't as much of an asshole as she was so that we could still enjoy Harry Potter. But now that J.K. Rowling has proven she's just a complete dick, we're gonna not enjoy a beloved part of our childhood anymore, and that's sad. It's sad that authors have to ruin media. I understand separating the artist from the work, but there are some times where you just like cannot. And I think that is definitely one of those things where if like you are actively using your income to harm people, absolutely not. It's one thing if you're like barely famous and you're kind of a dick, but like something as big as that, absolutely not. But that's also like just me because I know that I am a person who cannot fathom a life where I am living in a way that is like not constituent with my values. And I know that's, not something a lot of people think of, but it's something I think of. And as such, I like refuse to give money to mega corporations and people who don't deserve to profit off of them as much as possible. I went years, like years, never buying anything off Amazon. I think I had to once because I found like a little small business and I was like, it's so cute. I want to buy their product. And they're like, cool, here's our shop page. And it just directly linked to Amazon. And I was like, you don't have an outside Amazon shop? And that was very sad for me. I do still try to limit those purchases as much as possible. So, like, unless it is, fairly necessary, I'm not going to buy something on Amazon. I would literally rather pay more money for it to get here slower than give money to billionaires. I think that's disgusting. Billionaires do not deserve more money. I think there should be a cap. You've made too much money. You need to stop. Or donate it. Give it to charity. Give it to charity. People need money to do better things in the world than hoard it and never spend it. You're not even contributing to the economy. Like, come on. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But so it goes. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in where people just get to hoard things. I legitimately think there should be a cap on money. I think that is too much for any singular person to hold. It makes me wonder, like, what's going to happen to it, like, when he dies. But, yeah. Plan for the future, I suppose. We'll figure it out later. But for now, we try not to support mega corporations. Speaking of not supporting mega corporations, the alternative to the site formerly known as Twitter apparently is called Blue Sky. And I have one. So if you guys want to find me on Blue Sky, I'm on Blue Sky now. My @ is the same as it is here. And I'll figure out how to link that in my Twitch description later because I haven't used the. Admittedly, I almost never used Twitter when it was Twitter anyway. But especially like, since the mega takeover, I was like, well, I'm leaving that forever. And I did. So I, I I think at one point I was like locked out of my accounts. I should actually go back and delete my accounts, which is going to be annoying. I have to remember my passwords. I'm probably going to go back and delete those accounts because there's nothing on there that I would want saved anyway. And I'm not important enough for the Internet Archive. I know some people archive like celebrities' Twitter pages and whatnot, but like I'm not there. I'm bad at social media. I've always been bad at social media. I'm a pre-social media kind of person. I like this. Like I understand that this is also a form of social media, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it because it is technically live. You can talk to me if you want to. And even if you're not watching live and you're watching a VOD, like you could still leave me a comment and I'll probably see it, especially if it's on the YouTubes. And if it's on the YouTubes, you can also see my other stuff there. And I should also do more of those things. I need to edit a video, a short video. The amount of time it takes to edit things is like really long, especially when you're like just one human. Yeah. So, but also if you're not just one human, like if you are like, but if you're not just one human, but you are one human, like if you're like a singular famous Twitch streamer, right? But you're not part of like some mega corporation, like, I don't know, Smosh or something, then like you're still doing most of the work yourself, despite the fact that you have like assistants and whatnot. Because I feel like things lose value and like intimacy when you try to let other people get involved, just because like there is a particular way usually that a person wants things to happen, and involving people, while yes, eases the burden of all of the things that you got to do, also makes it so that it loses that like genuinity. What's the noun form of genuine? It makes it less genuine, essentially. And I think that that is an important thing to remember for like, people who do a lot. Like oftentimes if it feels like something that they've done, it is, at the cost of them just being busy all the time. And I don't think we recognize that and see that as often. So shout out to anyone who has put in the effort to do things personally, especially when you become kind of a well-known name or celebrity. It's like when celebrities put out books and you're like, you didn't really write this. And like, we know. We know. And like, why would they? They have so much other stuff happening. But like, ghostwriters, part of their contract is that like, yeah, you get paid, but you don't get recognition ever. And I kind of feel bad because I know how hard it is to write like a full-length novel. And I'm like, you're gonna hire someone to write a full-length novel for you and then just be like, yeah, I did that. That just seems like such a bad idea. That being said, there are some celebrities who actually like do write their own books and like have kind of left celebritydom, Hollywood-esque fame to become authors. And kudos to them. I've heard some of their books are actually really good. I haven't read any of them, mostly because I can't find them, and I mostly read books from the library. But yeah, I think some of them have done great with that, and I like it. I like the idea of it. And I mean, if you are gonna go from like Hollywood to like storytelling, books seem like a great place to do that. A great way to transition. But, is what it is. We deal. You know what? I don't have tryptophobia, but like the barnacles are kind of horrifying. I kind of hate them a lot. And I think it's mostly because they just take so long to clean. Like I have to go over the barnacles so many times. And part of that is I move my mouse too fast. What if I do small circles? Slightly better if you do small circles. Like it's the reason why I'm not like trying to do that fast cleany wall trick that I learned about last stream. And that is entirely because I don't like the barnacles. I don't like the barnacles. If it was easy, cleany stuff, then yeah, for 100%. But the barnacles are a problem. Although I do like the word barnacles. Shout out to whoever named barnacles. I don't know who you are. For some reason, I feel like your name was probably like a Barnabas because I know that was a name back in the day. But um, great name. Really hard to clean. I mean, at least in this game, they've coded it really hard. I imagine they're probably just as hard, if not harder, to clean in real life. But I've never attempted to clean barnacles in real life because I don't think I've ever come across them. When would I have crossed barnacles? When would I have crossed paths with a barnacle? Who am I? SpongeBob? And honestly, everything in SpongeBob should have more barnacles now that I think about it. They're kind of all over the place in the ocean. Sometimes you gotta like just re-look at what you're doing. I don't even remember how much of the walls I have cleaned. So I don't even know how much of the walls there are left to clean. And I will say every time I come back to the game, I'm like, I should just upgrade my power washer. But I refuse. I refuse to give in, to be weak. To show that this power washer can do everything that the other power washers can. It is just as good, and I respect it and appreciate it, and I will not give up on my power washer. Even though the number of people who have come in and immediately yelled at me for still using this power washer is more than zero. I didn't think that was going to be a concern because I did not know I could upgrade my power washer. Straight up, that's it. That is the only reason. I was like, this isn't a problem because that's all I got. And now I have all these intrusive thoughts. But it's okay. I have other intrusive thoughts as well, but let's not get into those. They're wild and crazy. Let's not. Yeah, we don't need to talk about those intrusive thoughts. So, is what it is. We deal. Bum, 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 bum. Once we wash the wall away, it's gonna get cleaned. You know how some people do streams and like video game playthrough walkthroughs where they don't talk at all? Could you imagine one of those, but for Powerwash Simulator? You just listen to like water being squirted for a long time. It just doesn't sound as appealing. That's kind of why I try to talk as much as I do during the stream and I try not to zone out because I recognize that the sound is a little bit weird. Go away, barnacles. Oop, a clicky sound? A clicky sound. I should maybe investigate that clicky sound. I'm gonna I'm like, I don't know what it was, but it came from the direction of the outlet where the router is plugged in. So like mild concern. I have to unhook my headset though, so I don't get stuck moving. I'll leave myself cleaning these barnacles. Oh, that. Okay, hold on. I think I found the source of the clicky sound. I think I know what I did. I think I know what I did. Oh no, I got stuck already. Gosh darn it. Okay, hold on. I will narrate what I am doing so that you guys aren't just watching me power wash one spot. I'm gonna go over to, okay, unhook the unhook my headset so that I can move around freely, because I gotta move around freely. And then come over here and close this drawer. This drawer that's just been open. I can't believe I got stuck. The drawer's not even that far from my desk, but my headset got so stuck I had to like wobble around. I also had to push out my chair, which is partly why my headset got stuck. So hold headset cable up this time while I push in my chair, and now I have more control. There we go. I didn't push in my chair as far as I would have liked to. I also probably should have responded to the text message I got. I did read the text message I got, so if the person who texted me happens to be watching the stream, the answer is yes. And we'll see. We'll see if they have heard that. I doubt it, because Twitch will tell me who is currently viewing, and the answer is just like one person who is not the person who texted me. But hello to that one person. I hope you're having a marvelous time. Sorry I had to power wash one spot for a while. There was a weird clicking sound, and I didn't want it to happen again. The sounds, like weird sounds behind me when I am not expecting sounds, which is like 100% of the time. I am never expecting weird, strange things to happen. I won't react a lot of the time, but I don't expect them to occur. And yeah, they freak me out. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm not prepared. I have to like put myself in the right mindset to be like, I am not going to get freaked out by things. Like when I play Among Us, I will not react at all. I should play Among Us again with my friends. I've never streamed Among Us with my friends, and I don't want like them to, have to worry about being on the internet without their permission. So I wouldn't stream Among Us, but I think I would like to play with them again. We had so much fun, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a great time. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh gosh, these barnacles. It makes sense because they're like near the ocean, but like also, I guess it was supposed to have been underwater, so that makes sense. But IDK. IDK. I wonder if the game will like to go back and get the achievements. I wonder what the game is going to do for that purpose. Because I would like to go back and get some of them, but I don't know how. I legitimately like tried to go back to do an old level and I don't know how to do it. So I'm thinking once I finish the whole game, it will let me go back and do it. It's gotta, right? Like, there's no way that you just finish the game and then it's like, cool, you're done, no more, ever again. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I tried once and it didn't work, so I have no idea why I can't do that. Um, Yeah, no idea. No idea. Gosh, the barnacles are hidden under this grime. Rude. I feel so sorry for people who have tryptophobia and are playing this game and then abruptly get to this level and have to deal with barnacles. Because, like, I feel like it would be a real issue. Sorry, I'm thinking about it a lot. I'm worried about phobias and people who have phobias because I know people who have phobias and I'm like, they would not be able to do this at all. It's just too much. Maybe if they had a stronger power washer because they would go away faster. But like with my little baby power washer doing this, I have so many concerns. I have so many concerns. Who's messaging me? Oh, emails. Emails. I have like exactly one email account where I actually get the emails, and it is not my important one. But the other one just, I feel like it eats up so much battery on my phone. So we don't do that either. What is that clicking sound? There was another clicking sound. I already put the drawer away. I don't know what happened. I got emails and Snapchats. I can respond to the Snapchats and be like, I'm power washing. I'll just get bad at power washing while I respond to my Snapchats. Let me move myself to the side. Keep going while I Snapchat people. Whap. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Oh no, I can't reach the send button. I was doing that left-handed. My left hand is not dexterous. Like, at all. My left hand is so bad at things, I am genuinely concerned about it most of the time. Okay, I shouldn't look at my Snapchat. Oh, hi! Welcome, welcome, Rose. I'm on the Pyramid Temple. The Lost City Pyramid Temple. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. I was just talking about you tangentially in that I was thinking we should play Among Us again. I like playing Among Us. Among Us was a great time. I think we should do it again. Gotta message people. Yeah. It's so much fun. It's so chaotic, but I feel like we need to make that happen again. Gotta message people and do that. The problem is I thought about it like while power washing, so I can't message people right now. But I will. It will happen. And I will have a great time. Just for like an hour of chaos. I think would be great. Yeah, me too. It's fun to like, you know, just get together and have shenanigans. But it'll be fun. Yeah. We're on the temple. The great news is the outside so far has been pretty chill to wash. And I have not yet finished the outside, but am at 30% cleaned. So based on that, there's, definitely less to do on the inside, although the idea of 70% of the inside is also significant. That's a lot. 70% is a bigger percent when you say it out loud. When I was thinking about it, I was like, 30% is a lot to have completed with just the outside, but I was like, 70% left inside is a lot. Although it's not. I think I still have one more wall. So that's how the power washing has been going. I'm averaging 10% a day of completed power washing. And I think I have another wall to do after this one. And I think it's the like opposite side wall. I don't remember if this is the last outside wall. I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. But yes, slow progress is being made, and I am honestly kind of not looking forward to doing the inside. It's going to be hard to do ceilings. Ceilings are always a rough time for me. I don't know why, but when I clean ceilings, I feel like I have to crane my neck, which is a very silly thing to do because I am playing a computer game, you know? I don't have to crane my neck. My monitor is right here. My monitor is at eye level. Why do I need to look up? But my brain is like, you should look up for this because it is a ceiling. And then my neck hurts. I, oh no, it is the next wall over that I haven't cleaned yet. Yeah. But the good news is I did clean the top of it. So it's only from there down. But, oof. Yeah. So that's my problem cleaning ceilings in Powerwash Simulator is my brain is like ceiling, head up. And I'm like, but game. And that's a problem. Oh, also, I guess mild warning. I don't know if you have tryptophobia, but if you do, barnacles. Not great for it. I feel like most games need a video, like a phobia toggle. Like if you, like in testing, when your games get tested, they should have like a sensitivity group just like for phobias. And they should have a toggle to like get rid of them. Because like these, if they were just hard spots of dirt to clean, I think would be fine. But I think if you had tryptophobia and you were trying to clean the barnacles, you would have a really bad time. House Flipper has one for roaches. Fantastic. I love that. I didn't even know roaches was a phobia. I don't understand. I think roaches are kind of cute, but I'm also a weirdo, so that's totally fine. I know that what's the game? Lethal Company has a phobia flip for spiders because they have a giant spider that will attack you. And so that's nice because I personally, well, I don't mind bugs, but like giant bugs, I'm not that big of a fan of. So more phobia toggles in video games, please, because we should bear in mind accessibility for people who have fears. Also, just accessibility in general. Make things more accessible to people, please. I know, like, because I play League of Legends has colorblind mode, which I actually prefer. I'm not colorblind, but I like it better. It just, I don't know, the colors feel more correct to me. And when people don't play on colorblind mode and I watch them play, I'm like, this game looks weird. It's not that different, but they do have colorblind mode, and I appreciate that lots. Rust introduced colorblind mode? Nice. I never played Rust, mostly because every time I hear people talk about Rust, they just talk about how people come into servers and ruin everything. And I'm like, I don't really want to play a game where people just ruin everything. It's toxic. Oh no. See, I'm worried about that because it's kind of more toxicity on like a much wider scale. Like I play League of Legends, which is known for being like a very, very toxic game. But you're only dealing with so many people at once. And if you can make a party of like non-toxic friends, you don't have to engage with the enemy team at all. And that's nice. So I like that it's small scale enough that you don't have. Oh, look at it. We're at the wall where I did math on the first day. That's hilarious to me. Where I tried to figure out how long it would take to clean the pyramid. But yeah, I feel like when I can do it in like small rounds, it's fine. And also, I feel like I generally am not a person who gets mad at video games ever. I don't think I've ever been mad at a video game and like just like rage quit and like had to stop playing. So that's nice. Oh, that's so nice. See, if I could have that guarantee, then I think I would try out more games. But like coming into a place and they're just like play on a public server and I'm like, that sounds like a bad idea. Like in Minecraft when people just want to like destroy things. Why? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't have a need for destruction that apparently some people do. And like destroying things and watching people get mad and or sad about things does not make me happy. Which apparently it does for a lot of people. I don't know. There's a lot of Twitch streamers who have made an entire career out of just being angry. And I am not a fan. I'm just like, good for you. You found something that people enjoy, apparently. But like, I don't know. Wouldn't it be nicer to be happy about things? But that sounds great. I'm glad you have that server where you can enjoy the game kind of slightly more as intended. Yeah, I know, right? Amazing concept, but I genuinely think it would be nicer just to be nice all the time. Like I understand that things become infuriating, but like if you're just nice about things, then what are they going to do about it? It's kind of like a different mentality on kill 'em with kindness, which I'm also very pro, despite the fact that when I am enraged, doesn't really, it's harder. It's harder to get into the mindset, but like I think I am maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution. My goal for the new year, actively try to be just nicer all the time, generally speaking. Which unfortunately means I think I have to stop calling some Pokemon ugly because I was told it's not nice to call Pokemon ugly. But like the Pokemon don't know. They can't hear me. No, some of them are. Okay, good. I'm glad we can agree. Yeah, sometimes I play Pokemon games and I'm like only cute Pokemon in my party, and I told that to someone once, and they were like, "That's really mean to some Pokemon," and I was like, "Well, admittedly, it's less mean to the Pokemon than it is to the people who designed them, but I don't know them. I've only seen the Pokemon, and I don't want them on my team because when I beat the Elite Four, I want my team to look pretty behind me." Pull up the tier list. I legitimately have a list of cute Pokemon. Me and two friends, Serial Flea and my other friend, Dancing Phoenix, went through the entire Pokédex of like, I don't know, 1,020 Pokemon. And were like, cute or not cute. And if they were cute, I put them on a list to make a cute tier list. And if they were not cute, they didn't go on the list. And for some Pokemon that we deemed ugly, which admittedly one of my friends was not a fan of, he was like, stop calling them ugly. And I was like, they're pretty ugly though. I made a separate list of ugly Pokemon. I never turned that one into a tier list because I thought that would be mean. But I do have the list still somewhere on a notepad. So I'd need to go locate said notepad. But I do have a list of Pokemon that I think are just ugly. I also have a separate category of ugly Pokemon that are not quite like ugly, but just like Eldritch Horrors, which is like mostly Mr. Mime. I think Mr. Mime is just like truly an Eldritch Horror. And like, I don't know what abyss Mr. Mime crawled out of in someone's brain, but like Mr. Mime, in more recent Pokemon games at least, has started to look slightly more innocent is not the quite the word I'm looking for. Less horrific though. Much less horrific. But like if you played Pokemon Yellow or Blue or Red or even Gold, Silver, Crystal and you saw a Mr. Mime, that thing was terrifying. Like it was genuinely horrendous. And I was not a fan. I was more afraid of Mr. Mime than the potential of getting a seizure while watching Pokemon episodes, which was definitely a thing people told me would happen when I was a child. But I don't know. Mr. Mime's got a special grip on my mentality that is just not a fan. Don't like you. I don't like Mr. Mime. Not a fan. I don't even think he would be at the bottom of the ugly list, though. Like, I don't even think Mr. Mime is ugly. I just don't like him. Just for different reasons. But, yeah. My Pokemon cute list is cute. I love seeing other people's Pokemon cute tier lists, too. Like, I try to send it to as many people as possible, just to be like, make a Pokemon cute tier list. I want to see who you think the cutest Pokemon are. There are some Pokemon that I don't think should be on that list, but some people disagreed, and so they're on the list because I decided not to be a dictator about it, which I think is fair. So you know, we got the Pokemon generation representation all the way up to Gen 9. I am slightly worried about whether or not I might have to update the Pokemon tier list when the next Pokemon game comes out. I haven't. I don't even think I've updated the League Champion tier list recently, which is another tier list that I have been trying to keep up with because of other reasons. But yeah, some Pokemon are just not cute. And I don't know, apologies to those Pokemon, I suppose, but concern. Concern. Some Pokemon. I'm talking specifically, I'm going to put a Pokemon on blast. Shelmet? Shelmet. We need to do the Paldea DLC. Oh, you're right. They're not on there. Admittedly, I don't think any Pokemon from the Paldea DLC will make the tier list, but I'm also concerned about how to obtain the Paldea DLC because I don't have Nintendo Switch Online. Can I even play the game? Can I even play, what is it called, Indigo Disc, if I don't have the Nintendo Online? Because I don't want to pay Nintendo subscription service to play a DLC of a Pokemon game. Like, that sounds like a bad idea. But that would be, I have heard from a few people that it is like a significant number of hours of gameplay if you want it to be. And I drag Pokemon games out anyway, so it might be worth it. It might be. And I would definitely be willing to play the Paldea DLC. And the Galarian one. I never played the Galar DLC either. Which I think would be fun. I think I would enjoy playing the Galar DLC. I just am very anti-DLC, especially for Pokemon games. I don't know. I feel like Pokemon games just have gone without DLCs for so long. I'm like, why? Can't just make a complete game, Nintendo? Concerned. I'm concerned about you. I'm actually concerned about the entire future of video games. I think video games are doing a lot of really strange things, but then occasionally there are video games that are doing great things, and I really appreciate them. So that's fun too. But I always look forward to new Pokemon games. Hey, does the water sound more crackly when I'm on top of the barnacles to anyone else, or is that just me? No barnacles. Barnacles? I can't tell. I should stop going so fast so I can get a better clean. It looks like I missed a spot. Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon DLCs I've always been iffy about, so I've never actually played them. But I still hold that my team of Pokemon, when I beat a game, should be nice to have in the picture behind me of the Elite Four. I even try to like predict what order they like put the Pokemon in when they do the whole party, and like order my team so that they're like properly framed, even if it means that like my first Pokemon doesn't do so well against whoever they're up against for the champion battle. But yeah, 100%, I will do that when I play a Pokemon game, which is probably one of the more psychotic traits that I have. At least, I don't know, maybe it makes sense to people who play Pokemon as intensely apparently as I do. I'm a bit of a strange Pokemon player though. I understand. I know. I'm looking forward to my next Pokemon run already. I gotta do some research and make my graphic and stuff. And I just don't have time right now because I've been doing that novel a month thing in November. And I'm trying to stay ahead on that, and that is unfortunately consuming a lot of brain space. Unfortunately, fortunately, it's getting done. I like the story still, so that's nice. Would probably be much less nice if I didn't like the story, but I'm still enjoying the story. I think I need to like rename a faction because I don't like their name anymore, but that's a different issue. But other than that, it has changed significantly from when I first had the idea 3 weeks ago. But it is also, I think, in a good spot. I think it's doing pretty well. I'm honestly a little bit concerned that I don't have enough left and that I might finish the book before the 50,000 words. That might be a slightly larger concern now that I'm thinking about where I am in the book and what's happening. But again, then I just probably go back and start adding in a few scenes that I think need to be included because I've thought of them after the fact and have not yet inserted them. I also haven't fully decided which chapter should be the first chapter. And I don't know how I feel about that. I might need to just rewrite that too. But yeah, a lot of things to do, unfortunately. How do humans get anything done? That's a concern. But I need more tomfoolery in my life. Tomfoolery is a great time, but like nice tomfoolery. Click on the wrong mouse button. We're trying to get things cleaned here. How has it? I have been cleaning for so long. I feel like I've been at 30% this whole time. It's been like an hour. Is the game broken? Has the skill just abruptly changed since I've cleaned so? Admittedly, I haven't finished this wall. This is the first wall I've been on. Is my pace bad? Like, what's going on? It's been like an hour and I've been at 30%. I want to say I started the stream at like 29%. So like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the percentage. Did I start on this wall? Now I don't even know. Good Lord, what's wrong with me? Maybe it's because I was cleaning across and not down, and I'm faster when I clean down. Maybe this side is more barnacle-y than the last side was. How on earth have I not made like any significant progress? That's what I don't understand. All right, I'm gonna make this line all the way across. Then I'm gonna make some down sections. I think it might be the barnacles. Maybe the barnacles are just really hard to clean. Maybe I should have started on this wall. The other walls had barnacles too. I don't even remember how many walls I've cleaned. Ah! I slipped. Oh, I'm like just genuinely on the floor. Just make this wall all the way across. It's also like the walls do get bigger at the bottom, but like that shouldn't mess with the percentages unless the percentage scale is just like off in this game, which it might be. I don't know how they calculate that. I've wondered about that for a while. Here's where I did math. Gotta remember that time I did math on stream using the power washer as a pencil. Very silly. Very silly of me. Oh gosh, the barnacles right here are so bad. Maybe I will need the extender so I can do some more point blank cleaning. Point blank cleaning always happens faster. My mild concern. By extender, gosh, it's so long. The pyramid is so big. Oh, because this one doesn't have a thing here. It's up there. So the wall is just like larger than the last wall. All right, get back up here. All right, we're gonna clean down this time and see if that works better. Actually, hold on. My game froze. Fun. Love that for you, game. I was gonna see if, yeah, that's through the wall. If this is faster. For the bottom part, definitely. For the top part, less so. What if I flip? To do a degree nozzle, I don't think it makes a difference. But I actually do think it makes a difference. But maybe I'm just crazy. I mean, I'm definitely crazy, but maybe I'm just, you know, being weird about it. I might just be being weird about it. I don't know if this is actually faster. It's definitely kind of like nicer on my head as far as like me getting headaches goes. Gosh, I was watching some other people power wash with the camera locked. I don't know how they do that. That looked hard for me. Like it was hard to watch too. Like it was just kind of rough. I thought it was a little concerning personally that they were power washing with the camera locked. All right, and now I don't know if I should block out sections or just like keep moving in lines. I think sections will make me happier, but I think lines will make me more efficient. Just gonna, like pick a section. Take a mild step back. Do this bottom part. There we go. Yeah, this feels faster. Whoa. This feels faster. I just have to make sure I toggle my close and far for the upper part and the lower part. Unless I just go across doing the upper part first. Okay, okay. Yeah, I might just do upper than lower. Upper part's going great. The glare is starting to be a problem. Oh, that means I think I definitely still have the other like long wall to do because I don't think I've done that wall. All right, this build is massive, guys. We're gonna struggle. Actually, what if I clean in like that direction? Away from the glare. Feels weird because my character model is right-handed. I wonder how it would feel if I flipped my character model around to be a left-handed person. I think I could do that in settings, but I think that would also confuse me a little bit as far as like angles go. This one feels very intuitive, but I think that's because I am right-handed. Just gonna keep scanning for dirt so that we can make sure that I'm not leaving anything behind. Yes, phone. What do you want from me? I have a text message. I now have a text message. If the person who texted me is watching the stream, the answer is yes. God, I clicked. I know I have some emails, and I will read those when the stream is done. If you're emailing me, there's no way you're expecting a response within like 10 minutes. If you're texting me, you kind of are. But like, if it was like vital, I think the person would understand that I would have texted them back sooner. It makes sense to me, at least. Come closer so I can get these the top down. Yeah, that line right in the middle. That's what I've been trying to get this whole time. I know I missed a spot there. You know what? I think I'm going to stop in the middle. Let me draw a line. By stop in the middle, I mean like, and then go back and do the rest of it. I'm going to make a line down the middle. Like, even with the boat, I don't feel like there were as many barnacles. Line down the middle of the pyramid. The bottom didn't even look like it had barnacles on it, but maybe I'm just so close with the power washer. I'm gonna go back to my shortcut. I liked being up close. It was easy to see what I was working on. And it felt like there was less glare. Just make a bunch of little tiny circles. It's such a huge expanse of wall, too. Which is like, I get it. It's a wall. But, you know, I do feel like some break in the design would be nice. Which I get they did up top for these ones, but like the bottom of the wall just feels so much wider than the top, and I cannot believe I am still only at 30% cleaned. I'm gonna go back at the end of the stream and check what percentage I actually started at, because I might have started sub 30 and I may have gotten to 30 during the stream, but I don't know. It just feels like I've been cleaning forever and that number has not ticked up at all. Especially since last week when we were keeping very close eye on it, it was going up like 1% every 10 minutes. And for it to like still be on 30 is absolutely insane to me. It just seems like a lot. Like a lot. Like a lot. Oh gosh. How is it still on 30? Okay, sorry. I'm just... Smaller circles. There we go. There we go. Nice little small circles. Clean up this line. Go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. There's some strategy here. But wouldn't it be hilarious if people considered Powerwash Simulator a strategy game? I guess you could really play it like a strategy game if you like timed, like did it for time, essentially. And like then you would have to like strategize like what you were cleaning when, in case you were like flipping your soap nozzles and your soaps and your power washer extensions and stuff like that. That would be wild. Power Wash Simulator competition. World Championships. Who can power wash the fastest? Also, I heard someone say last week that they did the 95% no dings achievement on the farthing bicycle, which just sounds like a bad idea. Like, I would never do it on the farthing bicycle. Oh gosh, I can't think of it. That map just sounds so bad for it. There's so many little spots. Like, if you touch them at all, they ding. I remember the farthing bicycle. I got an achievement on that map for being silly. I was just playing around on my own and I was like, look it, I'm on the bicycle. And I stood on the seat and then it was like, achievement. And I was like, aha. So a lot of the achievements are just shenanigans and I have been taking my job too seriously. But that should really surprise no one. I take most things too seriously. No, I wouldn't even say too seriously. I would say too literally. I take most things too literally. But I also think that if you're ignoring the literal definition of your words, like, you kind of deserve to be called out on it. Words have meaning for a reason, and you don't get to decide what the meaning is when society has already spent, a long time trying to define these things. All right, if doing this wall is like no percentages upped, does that mean the wall opposite this wall is also no percent? Oh, gosh, that means I have 3 walls to do. Sorry, today. I mean, before I finish the outside, I have 3 walls to do. See, these sections are fine. And then I get to the barnacles and it's like, well, now I gotta focus. Maybe I should try the quick cleanie technique on the other side and see if it works faster to like kind of go over these briefly and then come back and do the barnacles. I was trying not to, just in case anyone watching has tryptophobia, but I think it is faster to do it this way. I'm concerned about people's phobias. I also find phobias very interesting, especially since I don't really have any. I don't think, like, I'm not even afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling, but I'm not afraid of being up high. Like that, there's a place, I want to say in China, that has like a glass bridge. I would 100% walk across the glass bridge. I would also probably go skydiving. I think skydiving is fun. I'm trying to think of other height-related things to do. But like, yeah, I'm not really afraid of heights. Roller coasters? Love roller coasters. Because like, roller coasters have enough safety precautions on them that I'm like, it's fine. But then like, the idea that I would fall is a bad, bad, bad thing. Oh, what's up, killer? You hanging out again? Okay, the percentage has just clicked up to 31%. I have been cleaning this wall for like an hour. Like an hour. And I need to go back and check the beginning of the stream and see when the time clicked up or the percentage clicked up. But I feel like it was at 30% for so long. Sorry, I've been thinking about this for a long time. But yeah, hey, how's it going? How's your weekend? I saw you made some great progress on your Tomb Raider DLC of Powerwash Simulator. That was great. I had it on in the background while I was doing some other work, which is very relaxing just to watch things get cleaned. It was distracting. It was very distracting for me to occasionally just like stop and watch you power wash something and then like try to refocus back onto the work. The good news is, good news? Question mark? You play with the camera locked. So because you were playing with the camera locked, it would make me a little bit dizzy. And so that was a pretty good motivator to stop watching as closely because I was getting dizzy. Oh man, dreams are Dreams are so weird. I kind of wish we could do more in-depth studies on dreams and like figure them out. Because like just the idea of dreaming is strange, but then to like try to get into like what they mean and why they happen, very strange. I do know I make sounds in my sleep occasionally. My sister has told me this on several occasions. And one time my sister uh like in the morning she was like, "Hey, did you have a dream last night?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I dream most nights. And she was like, "What was your dream about?" And I was like, it was that we found a giant strawberry and we fed it to a giant bunny rabbit and we also ate some of it. And she was like, "Okay, one, weird, but two, you were making like eating sounds in your sleep and muttering something about marshmallows." And I was like, "Well, okay then." So I occasionally make sounds in my sleep, but yeah, I know. The dream was that like we had discovered a giant bunny rabbit, like a cute little white bunny rabbit, but huge. But it looked still like it had the proportions of like the cute little tiny ones, you know? And we were like, what on earth are we going to feed this bunny rabbit? Because it is so large and we don't have that much food. And my sister was like, well, we can go out to the strawberry fields and pick at some strawberries. And I was like, we're going to have to pick so many strawberries. But then when we went out to the strawberry fields, they had a giant strawberry. And they were like, hey, what's the plan for this giant strawberry? And they were like, we don't know. And we were like, can we have it? And they said yes, which one is bizarre. They would never give you a giant strawberry for free. But whatever. They gave us a giant strawberry for free. And then we put it in front of the bunny. And the bunny got to eat the strawberry. And then we were like, we should have some too. So we got spoons and we ate some of the strawberry. And that's just one of my weird dreams. I have so many. Most of my dreams are bizarre. I don't consider any of my dreams like prophetic, like it seems that you are. But most of my dreams are bizarre. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the wild ones and just getting to be like, well, that was weird. Because that's always a good time. Oh man, look at this easy cleaning happening right here. Oh man, this is my what's the word? My retribution from dealing with the barnacles on half that wall. I'm gonna have to deal with the barnacles on the other half of the wall soon. Barnacles are going to be the bane of my existence. I'm going to have a dream about barnacles. I did have a dream about power washing. I legitimately had a dream that I was playing Powerwash Simulator. And that was kind of funny. I also had a dream like 2 nights ago that I was playing Sudoku. So if anyone is concerned that I am low-key addicted to Sudoku, one, you're right. But two, I really need to stop. I've sworn to myself that I'm not going to play anything more than just one puzzle a day for the rest of the week. Because they do like daily challenges on the Sudoku app I play on. So I will do the daily challenge and that is it. I will not play additional Sudoku games for the rest of the week. Because I played way too much over the weekend and I don't know what got into me. But I was going crazy playing Sudoku. Yeah, crazy dreams are fun. I wish we could like really control our dreams more. Or at least like get to choose the tone of the dreams. I kind of did that when I was a child. And that's how I taught myself to lucid dream. I genuinely do believe that I taught myself to lucid dreams. I missed a lot on this key. What I did as a child, essentially, was that before going to bed, I would literally pretend that I had like a little tiny DVD player in my ear. This is going to sound bizarre. I pretended I had a little tiny DVD player in my ear, and I would mentally look through all of my DVDs of like things to dream about and select one. And I would think about it while I was falling asleep. And it took a while, but some of the times I was capable of like, you know, being like, this is what I want to have a dream about tonight. And then I would. I stopped doing that because it's sleep paralysis. But it's nice to occasionally be like, this is what I want to fall asleep to, and then be able to fall asleep to that. So I enjoyed that. This part is so much easier to clean than the wall. Should have made, well, they're both stone, so I don't know what that's about. But I also, let's be real, have never really paid attention to how the game is coded and how cleaning difficulties are assigned. Yeah. So, man, I can't imagine. I've never dreamed about myself like in the future. I've never dreamed of like a future version of me. I've dreamed about a past version of me, but I've never dreamed about a future version of me. And that sounds awful. I also do get nightmares a lot, and I would prefer not to, which is why I generally try to avoid horror media. But yeah, I get nightmares sometimes. And by sometimes, pretty often. Especially when I've been consuming horror media. So I try not to do that. This dream's pretty sad. No, I don't like having sad dreams. I don't have sad dreams often, but I don't like sad dreams. But psychologically, dreams are super fascinating. I would prefer not to be sad at the moment, but I understand if you need to vent. And you're welcome to DM me if you want to vent. Or talk about it in the Discord. Maybe I should make a channel for dreams. We could just talk about dreams. And everyone will be like, dreams, like our future aspirations? And I'll be like, no, like the hallucinations you have in the middle of the night while you're unconscious. It is so weird that we have like hallucinations in the middle of the night while we're unconscious. That's weird. Humans are very strange. I wonder what if that's like some sort of evolutionary adaptation in like the development of the brain. But yeah, very, very bizarre. Dreaming is, what a strange phenomenon dreaming is. All right, yeah, it's just the barnacles that are hard to clean. Everything else comes off pretty quick. And then I get to a barnacle like that. Ugh, easy, easy, easy claps. Barnacles, get out of here. I have to go around. You're not in my Discord. Well, you don't have to be. Admittedly, it's mostly stream updates because I think all the other side conversations are about Pokemon. And then occasionally art. Oh, I love the art channel in there. Good art, good art. I love seeing the art. Art's always good times. Yeah, dreaming is such a bizarre concept. I want to know more about dreams, broadly speaking. But I also don't feel like qualified to do any studies about dreams because I've never studied psychology. I took a few classes on psych, but like never studied psych. Definitely didn't even major in psych, so who knows what that's like. All right, the bottom of this has way less barnacles. No, sorry, that is incorrect. Has way fewer barnacles on it than the top of this. So that's fun. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I did start at not the top of the white. Hold on, we can see where we started because it's this, maybe it was the top of the white. It was the top of the white. I did start at the top of the white, so I've already done all the there down, and now I have to do the rest of it, and I still have like three. It's like two more walls. Oh my gosh, so much to do. So much wall. Oh wait, I was gonna try to do it this way, that way that you taught me about. Finding the right angle is difficult because my character model is right-handed. Yeah, that's really hard. All right, we're gonna do a short clean, a quick clean, and then I'll come back for the barnacles because I think that will make my brain happier. just to like see progress happen, you know? Because the percentage thing still has like barely clicked up. I'm still on about that. I'm still going to be on about that for a while. My problem with cleaning like this, I've never done this. This feels unnatural to me, and I'm not sure how I feel about it right now. But we'll see if it's faster. But the problem with cleaning like this is I feel like I'm more likely to miss spots. Like I'm going to have to go back and fix a lot more spots. Look, it's the end of the math. For anyone who hates math, it's gone now. We have no more memories of the math that once was when we tried to calculate how long it would take for me to clean this thing. And it turns out apparently all of those calculations were in vain because today has proven that the percentages are not consistent at all. I don't know. Again, I'm going to go back and check my VODs and see what is going on with that. But I definitely should have cleaned more than 1% today. Did I stop really early last time? I was on much more of a time frame last time. I had a deadline I had to meet outside of power washing. So that could be part of it. But also, I don't know, I just feel like no progress has been made. Did I start like well before 30? Okay, so that's like a basic clean done. I still have to go back and do all these barnacles. So we're going to go back and do all these barnacles. I finished at 29. Yeah, I also thought I finished at 29. But like, how am I only at 31? Yeah, that was the last stream. If I had known this was going to be as obnoxious as it was, I might have tried to do some power washing over the weekend. Maybe this coming weekend. I'm trying to finish, like, my goal was, like, before Thanksgiving. My internal brain goal. And I might need to get a friend to help me if I want to finish before Thanksgiving, honestly, because I don't know. It's been rough, man. I've tried so hard. And I know that there is a slightly obvious solution, which is to upgrade my power washer, but I refuse to give in. I refuse to give in. I am going to be so great at power washing with my little baby power washer. I am determined. I'm mostly just peeved about that percentage not clicking up. I don't know what that's about. If it did take as long as I think it did to click up today, then it's a good thing I didn't try to clean to 30% last time, because that would have taken forever and I would have missed my other non-power washing deadline. Just like, you know, life tasks to get stuff done. So, IDK. So I do have to press the dirt button a lot more this way, but I also do feel like it is going faster. For these darn barnacles. Angles. Clean up to this brick. Makes me yearn for the days of A Little to the Left. What a great game. I miss that game. I like the cats. God, the cats were so cute in that game. A+ game. Need more cozy games in my lifetime. I'm hearing screeching, and I want to say it's Seagull from the game, but it also, like, could potentially be from just, like, outside car noises. I can definitely hear, like, some sort of car noises happening outside. But that squeaking. It actually reminded me of, like, the baseball field at, like, the high school that I went to, because I would go to school, like, at 6:30 in the morning, because I had to go to my locker first for zero period and whatever. But my locker was like literally the farthest locker away from the band room. Like you could not get it, like the far back corner of campus. It was a mess. And I was like, I didn't want to, have be dropped off at my locker in the early hours of the morning and then have to walk across the dark campus because they didn't even have the lights on that early in the morning to get to my class just to do band in the morning. Like, no, it was terrifying. So anyway, I got my dad to drop me off or to drop me off at my locker, essentially wait for me. He would like specifically park so that his headlights of like his truck shone down the hallway to my locker. It cast some shadows, but like whatever. At least I could see. And so he would park that way so I can go to my locker and get my books. And then I would go to band because if I didn't do it before class started, I'd had no time to like walk to my locker because it was so far away. And that was always a peeve of mine in high school. Quite frankly, I do think I should have quit band like after my freshman year. Maybe not my freshman year, maybe after my sophomore year. I was not having a good time in band following that though. And I think I may have enjoyed my high school experience better if I didn't have that stress on me. But I had so many friends in band, and I didn't have any friends in my other classes because they were like really cliquey, and I thought it was weird. I made friends in my other classes when like we got like a transfer student, and then that transfer student became a very good friend of mine, and we had a great time. We got along very well because we were both kind of weird. We were like both weird art kids. And that was fun. I like being a weird art kid. Being a weird art kid is a great time. If you ever have the opportunity to be a weird art kid, it's great. Except you will get a lot of probably unwanted attention whenever your teacher says, you're going to have to draw for something. And then everyone will just kind of stare at you. And you're like, calm down. Like I was once in like an extracurricular thing with a bunch of friends, admittedly. So like we were all having a great time. But essentially the person was trying to prove that the more time and effort you put into something, the better it was going to be. So she showed us a picture of like an elephant and was like, you have 10 seconds to draw the elephant. And everyone was like, oh no, panic, And then it was really bad. And then we did it again. And this time we had 30 seconds. And then we had 1 minute. And then we had 5 minutes. And I remember the 5 minute intervals, one of my friends turned to me and they were like, oh my God, she's going to draw a perfect elephant. And I was like, I don't know how to draw elephants, dude. Like, I am so bad at drawing animals. So bad at drawing animals. So, yeah. That being said, I think it was kind of a unanimous decision of the class that I did draw the best elephant. Just going to go off the edge on purpose so that we can get some of that next wall clean. But I do think this was faster overall. So I think we are going to maintain the like wash down and then clean everything technique. So I'll try to go over the next section and the next wall in the same way. Where we wash it down first and then come back for the barnacles. That being said, if anyone has trypophobia, maybe don't watch the stream because I'm concerned about it. I don't think anyone else is probably concerned about it, but I am concerned about it. All right, get down on the floor. Get all the yellow. Same deal. We're gonna do a basic wash all the way down. Harder to do because I am standing pretty close. I don't know why I can't aim over there for some reason, but I can't. Oh no, what happened to me? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't think I've ever had the ability to aim. This is why I don't play shooters. No aiming. I mean, basically no aiming. Gosh, it looks so bad. This is like kind of hurting my soul though, because this is like so against the way I power wash. I don't like it. I don't like it, but it is efficient. So we're working between things that are aesthetically pleasing and things that are efficient. And honestly, those are the two parts of me that are always at war. Always at war. Like you do. You know, go to war with yourself about how efficient things are and how aesthetically pleasing they are. It's likely just me, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. The problem is that it is slightly harder to see the light grime on the Greek keys down here. They're not quite Greek keys, but I feel like they're close enough that that's what I've been calling them. Other than that, I don't know what they are. Like relief decorations. I don't know. I don't know what they are. They're definitely stone, so they're carved stone border swirlies. Greek keys are very similar to this, except for they attach. So there would be like an additional like attachment there. I had to learn how to draw Greek keys once for an art project I did with/for my aunt. She was making a dress and she was like, "Can you draw a design on this so that I can embroider it?" And I was like, "Sure." So I did. And that was great. I haven't seen how it turned out, honestly. That was years ago. But I don't think she ever showed me how it turned out, now that I think about it. Oh well. It's her project. She could do whatever she wants with it. And also an embroidery project that big, I know from my own personal embroidering experiences, would just take a long time. Just a pretty long time to do that kind of embroidery. But it looked, I mean, the design, it was her design. Like I just put it, I modified it and put it on the dress for her because she was like, "I don't know how to draw." And I was like, "That's fair. I do. I can draw." And we ended up like, I don't know. I thought the process we did was really cool. Oh, you're back. Oh, Marty Charlie, you bought the SpongeBob DLC and you only have 3 levels you can do in that game. Are there more than 3 levels? Is there a reason why you can't do others, or is there only 3 levels? Now I'm concerned. I'm concerned about Powerwash Simulator DLCs. I kind of wanted to get some of them. Just because I have found this game very rewarding. I don't even know how many hours logged I have on this game. I'm a little bit concerned, especially because I've done everything with the baby power washer. I know I have a lot of hours on this game, especially with my baby power washer. But yeah, you done all the bonus jobs. You only have 3 levels you could do left. Oh, I see, I see. 5 out of 6 SpongeBob levels. Interesting. I hope Bikini Bottom is clean. Actually, I was really concerned about SpongeBob when the creator passed because I just feel like corporations don't honor wishes of people. And I worry about what Nickelodeon did to SpongeBob after the creator passed. I never watched SpongeBob past like the first beginning few episodes. Solely because I had a friend who was obsessed with SpongeBob when I was a child. And I was like, I need to hear less about this in my life. Also, I was a very serious child, if you couldn't tell from the everything about me. And like the idea that someone would enjoy something purely for silliness was like completely lost on me. I did not know how to have fun when I was a kid. I'm only a little bit better at it now. But also, this is my idea of fun, so I'm maybe not the person to ask. Um, but yeah. The SpongeBob movie was your fever movie when you were sick. Mine was Spy Kids. I watched a lot of Spy Kids when I was sick. I don't know why. I just really liked watching Spy Kids when I was sick. I think SpongeBob is actually pretty great, especially like the earlier seasons in like teaching about kind of the value of shenanigans. And it occurs to me that SpongeBob is very, very much kind of a story on the value of shenanigans, which I've come to appreciate a lot more as I get older. But when I was a kid, I had no space in my life for it. I was like, this is ridiculous. And a point in fact is that my friend who liked SpongeBob called me, quote unquote, a Squidward a lot of the time. And I was like, I don't play the clarinet. But that was like my only counter to that statement. Other than that, like, yeah, I was very much a Squidward. But like between the absolute tomfoolery and shenanigans of both SpongeBob and Patrick, I was like, I cannot do this. And as a child, I didn't watch it. I did really enjoy like the Fairly Odd Parents though. So like it wasn't just like all Nickelodeon stuff. It was specifically things that I considered too much shenanigans. And I'm not entirely certain how I drew that line because I don't think I was nearly as capable of critiquing media when I was a child as I do now. But like, I could probably go back and do an analysis of it based on the shows that I know I watched when I was a kid. But I was watching a lot of anime as a kid. And I want to say that like animation, like cartoons, we mostly watched Cartoon Network cartoons when I was a child. A lot of Powerpuff Girls. I love the Powerpuff Girls. I think Powerpuff Girls are fantastic. I really enjoyed that show. I would watch it again. So many episodes that I like know that I just like adored so much. And also so many little details in there that are fantastic. Like I know there's one episode when the villains are like I forgot which villain it was. There was some villain who was talking about like gender roles essentially and how like women and men do different jobs. And like the whole scene is like the Powerpuff Girls being like, no, that's what our dad does. And they were like, what? And they're like, that's our dad. And they were like, okay, but who like washes the dishes? And they're like, our dad. Who makes dinner? Our dad. Who does the laundry? Our dad. And then like what the last one was like, well, who does this? And they're like, I think it was who mows the lawn. And they were like, oh, Bubbles. And I was like, I love this. What a great show. But I mean, part of that is that the Powerpuff Girls, most notably, don't like have a mother figure. They really only have a father figure. It's a plot point in a lot of the episodes. But I don't know. I just thought it was really well done. I was like, A plus Powerpuff Girls. Great show. Really enjoyed the Powerpuff Girls. I did not really enjoy Ed, Edd n Eddy. Watched some of Ed, Edd n Eddy. Didn't enjoy it as much. Johnny Bravo was fantastic. But silly. And I don't think I understood Johnny Bravo as a child, so I mostly watched it for Susie. And now, even now thinking about it, I'm just like, that was weird. Johnny Bravo was a weird show. What a strange cartoon. Children's cartoons are... I feel like the process of making children's cartoons is very interesting. Because in making a children's cartoon, you can't just be like, I'm going to make a show for kids. Because you have to consider the fact that there is going to be an adult audience watching the show. Because the parents aren't usually going to also watch a show that their kid is watching. And you got to make a show, ideally, that is interesting for both the parents and the kids. You've completed the last SpongeBob levels. Tell me, how are the barnacles? I was talking about that earlier, but like this map in particular has a lot of barnacles on it. These guys right here that are just like really rough to clean. And I think I'm mostly concerned about SpongeBob level because of the barnacles. Admittedly, SpongeBob DLC is also like not at the top of my DLCs to do cleaning on, if only because I don't have that much nostalgic value for it. But I don't know. I just feel like the barnacles, man. The barnacles are the worst. I think of all the grime I've cleaned, the barnacles got to be the worst thing ever. I haven't even looked through DLCs. But also, what is going on? How have I only cleaned like 2% of this map today? The percentage of the cleanliness, oh, thank God, has been a mess. Okay, let's see. I still have this wall left to do. Lock my camera so I can walk with more efficiency. This wall, and I think I need this wall too. Yup. Okay. I'm going to start on this wall because I think this wall's going to be worse. I'm going to separate it down the middle. I either like magically hit no barnacles or this wall was just really easy to clean for some reason. Look how straight that line is because I was using my Dan arrow key and then I like just messed up at the bottom. You get a custom power washer for the SpongeBob levels. Interesting. Interesting. I think I'm actually do this one in quarters. I'm just going to go down straight. One pass. See what one pass gets me. Oops. And then forget to turn off my power washer as I look back up. Barnacles. All right. Quarter. Just walk through the scaffolding and get myself stuck. Good job. Quarters. Especially because I am definitely not going to be able to finish today because I have outside task errands to do. That line was definitely not straight. I hit the wrong key. Let me see if I can fix it. Nope. Why am I going crooked? There we go. That line's straight. All right. Well, I guess I'm cleaning this section first because I messed up the lines. But yeah. No, the barnacles are the worst part of this level. I've decided. And I think part of that is my baby power washer. But I'm not giving up on him. And I unfortunately do have somewhere to be after I finish my power washing. I've been put on a deadline. So I will have to leave in exactly 10 minutes. And there will be no shenanigans so that I can, get that done. Yeah, the top of the pyramid's fine. Although I hope this side has fewer barnacles than the last side. I'm doing a bad job. We'll fix it up later. Yeah, so cleaning the sides with the barnacles, I found that if I do like kind of a surface clean first and then go back for spots, I was being more efficient. So I'm trying to do that with this side, although I kind of hate cleaning this way because it feels wrong. That's it. Just the vibes feel off to me. So I'm going to clean like over once and then come back and get all these spots. Oh, you're good, man. Just coming back for, I believe I've set my deadline to 10 minutes from now. I don't remember when. I legitimately already forgot. At 2 hour mark. At the 2 hour mark, I am going to have to go today. I have an appointment to keep, a deadline of sorts that I must hold to. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I can't hang out that long today. Got lots to do. As I started early intentionally to be like, have more time done, but I know that doesn't always work out for you guys because you guys got your own schedules to keep, and that's cool too. I will be back tomorrow at approximately the same time. So, approximately 2 hours ago, is when this stream started. But yes. I've got a business to tend to today. And yeah, lots of other cool things to do. Sure. Come hang out. We don't do much at the moment. Mostly share art. And also occasionally ask people how I should power wash. And then they're like, dude, no. Actually, no one even responded last time when I asked them how I should power wash. So it is what it is. We deal. I wasn't expecting to get as sucked into this game as I have, though. I usually, in the past, when I have power washed, have been like, I get into it for like a week and then I stop and then I'm like, I'm done now and I'll pick it up later. I don't know why. It's been like a hyperfixation of mine to just be like clean. I think it's because I know I'm close to the end. And my brain is like, finish. That was a bad idea. Press the dirt button. Oh gosh, what a bad idea. The whole map lit up. I don't even want to, if I go inside the pyramid and press the dirt button, oh my gosh, can you imagine? Awful. Anyway, it looks like the barnacles start here. So I'm going to clean from here up. Nope, there's some barnacles over there. I had to put a barnacle warning on this video. I'll remember to do it tomorrow. Barnacle warning. Tryptophobia beware. I have to look up how to spell trypophobia. Don't know how to spell that. The grime is getting a little bit thicker toward the bottom. Ooh, yeah. I'll message you later about that so that we can plan a time and hang out some more. Thanks for coming. Always good to see you. I'll talk to you later. A venting option? Oh. just a place to rant. It's always good to have a place to rant. I enjoy it. Just remember to keep things civil in the Discord because, I guess everywhere, because I don't think any of my channels are age restricted and we want to protect the children. Easy clean. Not even going to be nice about the corner because that's going to have to get cleaned eventually. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling bad. I know what happens. I keep getting these like random pains in my neck. And like, it is hard to be like a normal, nice human being when you are in physical pain. And I feel like that's what I've been dealing with for a while. And that has not been fun. So I kind of understand where you're coming from. Just in the generic kind of feeling bad kind of way. But sorry that you're dealing with that. It's never a good time. Oh my gosh, don't make decisions about your life based on TikTok. Please, my dude. TikTok has got to be like one of the worst social media platforms in creating echo chambers. It has done an amazing job at creating echo chambers, and it is not good for you. I don't think it's good for anyone. How quote unquote lucky you were? No. I understand that there is some amount of luck in everything, but like, just so many concerns. I feel like broadly speaking, if you get off social media, your life will be better. That being said, most of my friends are on the internet, but also most of my friends aren't that often on social media. So works both ways, I guess. Happens both ways, I guess. I don't know. But you know, do what you need to do for your mental health. Don't let other things confound and factor into it. Especially since like in the cases of mental health, like a good majority of the time, the problem is that like you can ask for people for advice all the time, especially like if you want advice. The problem is that all the advice you ever will get always sounds not good or true or valid or genuine unless you figure it out on your own. And that is the thing that I have learned through my own experiences with mental health and my own mental health journey. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it's true for most people. So it's, yeah, not a good times. That's what Italian cops do. What's what Italian? Hold on. What if what I said is what Italian cops do? Because I'm concerned. Am I an Italian cop? I'm not even Italian. They repeat list a government too. I'm not Italian. I don't think I have any Italian blood in me. Oh, well, probably like very, very distant. I might have some. That's the problem with having ancestors from Spain. Who knows what those people were up to? Oh, Spain. Concern. Yeah, shout out people who can trace their ancestry, because not me. Not me. All right, how's that part of the wall? Oh, that part of the wall looks beautiful. All right, look at how fast that was, too. And I guess it's only a quarter of the section of the wall that I sectioned off. Again, trying to do a light wash and then a full wash. The problem is that this side is barnacles. Barnacles! Barnacles. Kind of hate when they do this. Italian cops. I don't know what Italian police officers are like. I've never been to Italy. I would like to go to Italy. Italy sounds great. I hear they have delicious gelato. Admittedly, I'm not 100% sure what gelato is or how it's different from ice cream because I have never looked it up or seen anyone explain it in like kind of any other context. So I don't know. I don't know what they mean when they say gelato, but it sounds good. Gelato is ice cream, so they're the same thing. People are just being pretentious. It's the same food. Okay, okay. I know some people are just pretentious about things, but I also know that if I go to Italy, they will probably have issues with me because I don't know or speak any Italian, but I do know and speak some Spanish. And Spanish is really close to Italian in language. Like kind of like all the Roman languages are very, very similar to each other. And I don't know how nice Italians are about people understanding them because they speak a similar language. I have heard from a friend that people in France are not nice to you if you understand French because of Spanish. No? Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Yeah, I've never been. Personally, I'm like, good job on using context clues. I'm always happy when people can speak to me or when I can communicate with people, regardless of how that language is being communicated. Like, because I am an English speaking person and I am fluent in English, if I ever travel to like a non-English speaking country, I'm always like, how am I going to communicate? When I went to Japan, the Japanese people were very, very happy with me when I could communicate with them with my very, very bad broken Japanese from my like 2 years of Duolingo. They were happy about it for the most part. And it was helpful for the most part. The only people I think in Japan who were not happy or pleased or enthused about hearing me attempt to speak their language were like super, super local people. Like people who weren't necessarily in a spot to talk to tourists. Like they're like, I'm not here to interact with tourists. And like, I understand that. But we stayed in a couple like kind of more local hotels And I can understand why the people in like those 7-Elevens don't like tourists as much, as opposed to like when you're in like, you know, Tokyo proper, people expect it all the time, is what it is. But yeah. A guy made you pay €5 for an ice cream and 16 for a tourist. Wow. That's a different kind of inflation. That's a significantly different kind of inflation. Goodness gracious. Part of me is like, I understand, but I also don't understand, especially like now having been to Japan, where Japan was just like so chill, especially like in food costs. I paid 50 yen for an ice cream in Japan, which is like at the time, I don't know how the yen's doing now, but at the time we got the ice cream, that was like 30 cents for an ice cream. Admittedly, it was a pretty small ice cream, but also it was only like 30 cents and it was delicious. It was so hot. I don't know why it was so hot. 30 cents, 30 American cents. I don't know how to convert currency. Um, but yeah, no, it was amazing food in Japan for pretty good prices. I have no complaints. Um, I am though, well, food is like the thing I splurge on. Like if I'm gonna spend my money on something, like it's gonna be food. God, I love food. Um, I think food is just delicious and fantastic. I kind of do hate that like humans have to eat as much as they do because like it is a pain to be like, I ate breakfast. Now, what am I going to eat for lunch? You know, like, oh gosh, just having to plan to eat 3 meals a day is so annoying. But I do enjoy eating food. So that's nice. But I know some people don't enjoy eating and they're like, it's a chore and I just have to do it because it's survival. And I feel kind of sorry for those people. But like, I kind of get it sometimes. I'm like, eating as much as we have to is a concern. Although I will say, if I ever got like a genie wish, my genie wish would be like to eat without consequence. Just let me enjoy my foods, please. I will have such a better time if I could just enjoy all of the foods I eat. All right, I'm going to finish up this last section I'm on, and then I gotta go. I think I've allotted enough time so that if I finish this section, I can still make it to the thing I have to get to at the top of the hour. So my brain's like, I'm going to try to do this fast, except for I can't actually do it fast because they're barnacles. God, barnacles. What a hard surface to clean. Oh, also, if AutoMod is eating any of your messages, which I know it will because that's how it's set, if AutoMod is eating any of your messages, know that I do see them. The rest of chat can't see them, but I can see them. I'm just not sending them through because I am trying to get this cleaned before I have to go. Yeah. AutoMod will eat messages with, I think, most swear words. And then also some words it deems inappropriate. I know it ate a message from, I forgot who it was. It ate a message from someone because they mentioned Robin Hood Men in Tights. And it was like sexual. And I was like, I don't think the word tights is sexual actually, but okay. That's, especially in that context, this is just the name of the movie. So AutoMod needs to learn context, but also AutoMod is, you know, just looking for words. Are you talking to AutoMod now? AutoMod is doing his best. All right, I have finished my section. Check. Check. Oh, nope. God damn it, right at the end. All right, I finished my section. We only got to 32% cleaned, which is a different kind of tragedy. But, the walls, man, the walls. All right. I have to head out because I do have a deadline to keep, which means I got to leave soon. So thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow minus 2 hours. So if you care, come join me again where I will talk about random things while we power wash. So long, everyone. Have a lovely day. I will see you later. Goodbye.